Hi guys, so today I'm going to be doing an in-depth foundation tutorial. My sister's friend Jess wanted to see this. And so, hi Jess, this is for you. Okay, so my Blendiful is just dirty because I used it to blend out my eyeshadow primer. Where did I put it? There it is. So first, you need to moisturize your skin. Well, actually, first you clean your skin. So you do your skincare and everything. Then you go in with a moisturizer. And to figure out what kind of moisturizer you need, is your skin oily? Do you get really shiny throughout the day? Does your skin stay matte and you have a bunch of dry, flaky patches? That'd be dry skin. Do you not really have either? That'd be normal skin. Do you possibly have both? That could be oily, dry combination. Or are you normal to oily? Or are you dry to normal? Those would all kind of be like combination skin. And I'm more like normal oily, so I kind of have combo skin, but I lean more oily than anything. So I'm going with this oil-free acne moisturizer from Neutrogena. It's pink grapefruit. Whatever. Okay. And don't touch your face. That's another thing. Don't be touching your face. Just don't. Because right now we have the virus thing going on. But also, other than that, don't touch your face. Because even when this isn't going on and you touch your face, you're just transferring all the grossness from your hands onto your skin, which causes breakouts. Okay? So use a brush or something like this to apply your moisturizer. But if you do have to use your hands, like if you're putting on an eye cream or something, and make sure that you're going in with your ring finger and just lightly tapping. And also when you're doing your eye cream and stuff, make sure your hands are washed. Rude. I'm sorry, that was the game from my phone. Okay, so also make sure you get moisturizer on your neck. Do not forget about your neck. Guys. Okay. Next would be primer. So if you have oily skin, you'd probably want a mattifying primer. Or if you have larger pores, you'd possibly want a blurring primer. If you have dry skin, you would want a hydrating primer. If you have normal skin, you can do hydrating, you can do oil control, you can do basically any of these primers. Or you can just skip the primer if you have more normal skin. And since I have the more oily skin, I'm going with this Master Prime by Face Studio. It's for blurring and redness control. Usually I'd go in with my not my Cover FX, my Hourglass Mineral Veil, because that actually does help with the oil, but I'm not going to be wearing this makeup long. And this helps with the redness on my face. Because you guys can't really see it, but my face is actually quite red. Okay, so I'm just putting that in like the T-zone area. Just pressing it in with the Blendiful. Or you'd be using the tool that you like if you like a brush, you just stamp it in with the brush. Or you would use your beauty blender or whatever you use, you would just stamp it into the skin. There's my palette. Okay. So the combo that's been working for me, you guys know, it's my Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless and my Wet Wild mixed with some moisturizer. You don't have to do all of this if you already have a foundation that works for you. I don't have one that actually works well with my skin. I don't have just one foundation. I have to kind of mix my foundations right now. Because all the foundations I have, they don't really work super well with my skin. Like the Lancome one, don't really like how it works with my skin. It's extremely gross on my skin. Okay, just gonna take a little bit of that. And same with the Wet n Wild. It by itself, it's just really gross for my skin. Okay, just taking equal amounts of that and just going to mix those all together. And if you don't have a palette, use a clean plate or use an eyeshadow palette that is clean. Or if your hands are clean, I mean clean, like you just washed them and dried them, then you can use the back of your hand. Okay, just gonna apply the foundation that's on the spatula onto the skin. And gonna go in with my Blendiful. Just gonna blend that in. And also for your foundation, if you don't know what kind of foundation to get, you need to decide, do you want full coverage, medium coverage, light coverage, or do you want a BB or CC cream? And a BB cream is like my, hold on, Bare Minerals Tinted Hydrating Gel Cream. That is like a BB cream. And because it doesn't really give a bunch of coverage. It's on the lighter coverage. And if you want fuller coverage, I would say the Wet n Wild foundation, it is fuller coverage, and same with the Maybelline, fuller coverage. It's fuller medium coverage. It's like a medium full. Well, they're not really light coverage. And if you get a full foundation and you want it to be lighter coverage, mixing in moisturizer actually helps bring that down. And I just put foundation under my eyes because I don't use concealer. I don't feel like I need to use concealer yet. I do have very dark under eye circles, but my foundation just covers it up just as well, and it's not as heavy on the under eye. Because if you are younger and you're using concealer under the under eye, that just helps age you quicker. And I don't think most people want their under eyes to age quicker. Okay, just going to move my hair out of the way and just going to blend on the neck. And also make sure you get it on your ears as well, because you don't want your ears to be a completely different color than your face. Okay. Now, powder. If you're dry, do not use a lot of powder. If you have oilier skin, you can use a bit more powder. Still, you don't need to use a bunch. You don't have to make your face. It's not necessary to bake your face. Yes, you can just do a light dusting of your powder. gonna just get this excess amount of powder back in its container so I don't get it everywhere. Now I got it all over my mirror. I'll cut that out. Okay. See, I just did a light dusting of my powder. I didn't go in too harsh with the powder. I went in very lightly and just made sure to set the face. Because you don't actually have to put a lot of powder on the face. Even if you're super oily. If you feel like you need more powder, go in lightly of extra powder. Because baking doesn't always work for oily skin. Because I know with my skin, even if I bake, it didn't really help me. Okay, so as you can see, the powdering the face really took down the wet shine. I made sure that it's not super bright and wet looking. You know, so there you go. That's how to do your foundation. You just need to find the right products for you. Like if your powder, or there's certain powders that work better for oily skin. There's certain powders that work better for drier skin. So also just figure that out. Find out if you need a certain powder for your skin type. Like if you're oily, if you're dry, if you're normal, if you're combo. Just figure that out. And if you're drier but you're oily in the T-zone area, just set the T-zone and just let your foundation dry in your drier areas so you don't put too much powder. I hope this helped. If you have any more questions, feel free to ask them. Feel free to leave them in the comments. Or just don't ask them. I'm kidding. No question is a stupid question. So feel free to like, feel free to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!